3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's really off-putting to me at the moment. Well, it's not off-putting, just interesting. Moja looks just like someone I know. Like it's uncanny, like a young version of someone I know. But I'm pretty sure that is a different person. Like I mean, I don't think they're in Germany. I'm pretty sure they're in London. Somebody that I used to know. No. I still know them. Well, you know, I haven't seen them in a while, so I mean, I guess that's up for debate. Okay, so Moja having to burn off a little off the top. Not in any trouble. This is all very low down, and you know, he's got that fast tapping speed, so not an issue. There we go, burnt it off, got the Tetris, it's all good. Yeah, just good looking stacks from both players there. Oh, I'm not. That's interesting setup there from answer to question. Kind of setting up a T-spin. Doesn't wait for the T though, just fills it in. Now having to burn off a few junk lines on the top. Oh, that was a nice double to burn it away there, and there we go. There's the Tetris. 145,000 for A2. You know, how are we going to abbreviate this? Answer to questions, too many syllables. A2Q, still quite a lot of syllables. Let me think about this. Just question, I guess that's 2 syllables. Or answer. Depending on how we're feeling, I suppose. Or Dillan. that is also easier. Let's go with that. Though I was kind of looking forward to making up some fantastic new nickname that everyone would have loved, but you've all cut me off, so I'll go with Dillan. But yeah, both players looking good. Moja, yeah, with not really no lead. They are neck and neck. Moja gets the Tetris first. Guess they're waiting for the same line piece, of course, at this point, because it's the same piece sets, and there you go. Dillan gets it. So is that like Dillan, the same Dillan that was also Eggmaster? Like, is that the same Dillan, or is this a different Dillan? You can let me know in chat. This would be riveting for YouTube, of course. Oh, that's Nolan. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, no. My bad. They both end in "un," in my defense. Okay, so Dillan with the... yeah, with that center well that it's had to cover up and, yeah, just having to burn it away. Making some... Oh, look at that burn. That is a lovely burn. And there we go. Gets the Tetris. And a nice little adjustment to get Tetris ready with that J. Oh no, Moja, what happened? Oh no. Moja has topped out at 319, so Dillan is going to get game number 1. So GG's to both players, but especially to Dillan, who won. And I guess you want to... what was it? You want to increment the first 2 digits of the seed, if I'm not mistaken. So it should be, what, BC. So BC 2797. No, so no one's correcting me in chat, so I'm going to assume it is the first 2. I'm pretty sure it's the first 2 digits, right? I don't think it makes too much odds. But anyway, there we go. BC 9727. Players are looking ready. Let's count it down. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So I'm wondering actually, maybe maybe someone knows in chat. Does the bot produce V4? Was it V4 or V5 now? I can't remember. Like the seeds that are less cursed, because I know they're not compatible with all versions of the trainer. But the ones with 0 in the the 4th digit or whatever it is. Okay, so it doesn't. So the bot doesn't make V5 seeds then, I guess. So players that pick same piece sets are kind of gonna have a tougher time. I mean, maybe I have the wrong end of the stick, but as I understood it, the V5 only seeds don't have the cursed kind of lack of line pieces. Oh, nice square tuck there from Dillan. So if you're using V4 compatible seeds, then you are going to have fewer line pieces. But I might have misunderstood that, in fairness. So, oh, look at that lovely dirty Tetris from Moja. Really aggressive play, especially after losing that first round. You'd think maybe he'd dial it back a little bit, but nope. Nope. And Xeno vibing to Flexstyle in the chat. If you want to check out Flexstyle, he's on Bandcamp. You can type in !Flexstyle or !music in chat to find out more. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then just search for Flexstyle on Bandcamp and tell him that we sent you. Okay, so Vicious Rhubarb with the knowledge in chat saying that seeds that have 0 in the 5th digit are somewhat cursed in V4 and were changed in V5. So I wonder, I wonder what that means for the distributions. I guess we need a Kia Java to come and answer these questions. Oh, nice adjustment there from Dillan to and then a nice, followed up with a nice little Z flip, and he's Tetris ready, waiting to burn out that piece of junk and make a perfect world transfer. That would be very nice, and executes it perfectly and gets the right pieces to set up for the Tetris afterwards. And Tetris is 286,000 points for Dillan, 265,000 points for Moja. So Moja, a Tetris back from Dillan. Dillan playing some really efficient Tetris, although as soon as I say it, I've cursed him, of course. So yeah, these pieces, less great. I'm just going to check out some stats in chat. Oh, Dillan's board. Getting dicey. Oh, that L is going to help, though. Exactly what they were waiting for. Oh man, I can't type right now. Okay, nice stack from Moja. Gets 2 Tetrises, gets a third. 386,000, and has taken a good amount of lead after Dillan was caught high up burning. 341,000 points for Dillan, 386,000 points for Moja. And there's another Tetris, brings it up to 409. Breaking 4,000 before the 100 line mark, so pretty great pace from Moja. Looking at kind of a high 500s, maybe even a 600k transition at level 19. Let's see how it goes. See if the pieces cooperate. Oh, doesn't make the adjustment there and doesn't take the flat line burn twice in a row. Really wants to build out that left, and yeah, good moves. Okay, I mean, as much as I'm enjoying these flex style tracks, I think I must have picked the most vocal heavy selection. Might have to change it up after this game, perhaps. I mean, I imagine that neither player are really listening to the like me, well, if I was them, I wouldn't be listening to me. Because I'm talking all sorts of nonsense. But, if anything, I'm finding it distracting. Ooh, key tuck there from Dillan. Love to see it. Okay, Moja's board actually looking totally fine. nothing to comment on there. Looking good. Okay, Dillan has transitioned at 5:32. Moja at 5:21. So players, yeah, really neck and neck. This is a cool track, actually. It's just, I just don't want the lyrics. But this is from Flex Style's album Perfect Getaway, apparently, if you're wondering. Okay, Moja getting high up. A little bit dangerous. Oh, gets the perfect pieces, though. Look at that. Kind of, I won't say bailed, because I reckon, you know, he would have probably done it. He would have probably got out of that. No issue, even if the pieces were a bit less cooperative. But, yeah, managed it. Got great pieces for it. Okay, now Dillan. Oh, set up with a dirty Tetris. Does the sensible thing and doesn't wait for the line piece, because who knows what that would have come. And is now, well, was briefly Tetris ready. And oh, couldn't quite adjust for that square in time, but it doesn't matter. Is Tetris ready again? Oh, Moja playing with fire once again. Is he going to get away with it? It's not for certain yet, but it's certainly looking a lot better than it was. Well, now has a line dependency, a really hard line dependency. Gets a line in time. Oh, that is tough. Another pretty big line dependency. Oh, Moja, you're killing me here. Oh, that is going to be it for Moja. A valiant attempt. It's definitely on the edge of my seat, but 677 is not going to be enough for Dillan, who's at 881. Really just kind of running away with this a little bit. Let's hope for a closer third game. And let's increment those seeds again. So whatever it was before, what was it before? Was it, oh man. I'm sure you guys have got it. So it started on AB, it would have been BC, so now it'll be CD. CD 2797. And both players are ready. Let's count it down again. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I realise now, of course, anything I say outside of the game probably not going to be on any particular YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, the seed is now CD2947. Was that right? CD2947. I'm going to... No, I was wrong. CD2797. So if you wanted to follow along, that was the seed, and you can kind of... Each particular round, we increment those first 2 digits by 1, hexadecimal, so you can look that up. I'm not going to explain that now. But if you want to work out the seeds for the first 2 games, then just for each digit, just decrement it once for each round of those first 2 digits, and you'll have the seeds for the first 2 matches, or 2 games, rather. And you can play along. See if you have what it takes to challenge the challengers. I love the idea that there are just people out there in the world who are really amazing at classic Tetris and who are just not part of the community, but who will become part of the community. That's not to say that I want a whole bunch of people that aren't part of the community. But you know, that there's some amazing undiscovered talent out there. Oh, Moja playing with fire again. Oh, and it's okay. Gets the line just in time. And there's another one. And now Dillan dealing with the same kind of piece sequence, but certainly playing it a bit safer than Moja. Oh, a lovely adjustment there with the T to accommodate the square and kind of maintain that slope in the stack. And there we go, there's the line just in time for Dillan. 131,000 for Dillan, 156,000 for Moja. And the simul Tetris. Okay, Moja's style, definitely very aggressive. And you got to wonder if that's the right move now that Dillan is 2 games up. But maybe it is, maybe it is. But you know, if you're at a serious risk of topping out, I don't know, maybe it isn't. It's interesting to see these two play styles next to each other. You got Dillan, definitely far more regulation kind of thing, sloping stacks, nice high lefts, you know, taking the safety burns when necessary to keep the stack at a manageable height. And then you've got Moja just going all out YOLO on the right. But then that does occasionally lead to situations like this, I suppose. Although this was really just a misdrop. This isn't anything to do with aggressive play. That was just a bit of an unfortunate misdrop at the wrong time. Now having to burn out of it. Though, yeah, with that Tetris, Dillan is going to take the lead, but only just if the right pieces come. Moja won't be far behind. And there we go. Moja is out of trouble. Or out of the dig, I should say. I don't think he was in trouble. Tetris for Dillan. Tetris for Moja. There we go. Players now neck and neck again. Just a Tetris between them. Tetrises again. Both players now Tetrising on the same line pieces. But Moja manages to get one that Dillan did not. So is now... Well, and then... Dillan got the next one, so not really a Tetris ahead, but that's what you need. Kind of gradually get a little bit ahead by getting those Tetrises on earlier pieces. And manage to hopefully claw back a lead if possible. Moja's stack looking much nicer now, and with that kind of little bit of jank going on Dillan's side, although looks like he's going to burn it away with no issues. And a nice square adjustment with that T as well. And there we go, that double burns away any problems. Oh, and a nice adjustment there from Dillan again to kind of maintain parity and maintain that Tetris well. So we're getting close to transition now. 125 lines for Dillan, 122 for Moja, and oh no, the music has stopped. Oh well, let's or has it? Oh no, it's just a really quiet intro. It hasn't stopped at all. I thought I was a little bit early. And Tetris Dillan, Tetris is in 5:58 transition, 5:06 for Moja, or somewhere thereabouts. Yeah, another Tetris for Moja, basically catching up, and especially now, Dillan in some amount of trouble. Probably going to be able to tap out of this just fine, but it's going to be burning for a while, and that's probably exactly what Moja wanted to hear. Dillan now out of it, but Moja, if a line can come, oh no, has to paper over his well just at the wrong time, but there we go. Uncovers it, gets the Tetris, and players are now once again neck and neck. About 590 each. Dillan just with the marginal lead, but then Moja with the closer to Tetris ready stack is now kind of, there we go, another Tetris on Dillan's side too. Players battling Tetris for Tetrises. Okay, now Moja's side having to burn away from the top. Gets perfect pieces for it though, and really well handled actually. There we go, Tetris for Moja, but that did let Dillan get a little bit ahead. 7-17 for Dillan. Moja Tetris is 7-10 for Moja. Actually, still neck and neck. Only 8,000 points between them. Okay, so Dillan is just like somehow like a couple of lines ahead. There you go, Tetris for Moja. Oh, Moja going for the aggressive stack, and it pays off, gets the Tetris. And now Dillan's board having to burn away. That gives Moja a chance to get that lead. And there he's got it, 900k for Moja, 880 for Dillan. And we've suddenly got ourselves a game. Neck and neck, going into level 26. Moja just slightly ahead. Dillan with the center well, going pretty aggressive. Does have a 2-game advantage, so can afford to make moves like this. Tetris for both players, simul Tetris. But Moja is ahead. Does have a hole to burn out. Burns it out with no issue. Could do with a T, not going to happen. Oh, and has to put a line over it, which is going to mean that Moja's going to have to be burning for a little bit. That J is nice, and that square is nice too. Moja now out of that sort of mini dig. And Tetris ready. Doesn't quite have the lead anymore, but does have more well built up on their stack if the line pieces come. But are the line pieces going to come? That is the question. Dillan's stack falling apart. Oh, and then 995 transitions, gets the max out just after transition, and that is gonna probably, yeah, that is gonna give Moja the game. That is about as close as it could possibly have been. Moja takes the game and takes his first game, prevents the sweep, and what a game. If Moja wasn't warmed up before, he definitely is now. GG's to both players. Double max outs, double kill screens. But Moja just managing to max the efficiency towards the end of that game and takes it, is rewarded for quite aggressive play throughout. But, you know, it worked out. So manages to win the game, just as Elp says, on the kill screen. Dillan saying he's about to get reverse swept. Well, we'll see. We'll see. He's still got a game advantage, so... You know, we'll see. Okay, what's our seed? Both the players have incremented the seed. I've lost track of what it is, but they're ready. So let's do it. Let's not delay. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And what a game. That is exactly what you want to see. Kind of players being pushed to their limits, pushing each other. And this is what should happen. We've got two very close seeds here. Seeds number 8 and seeds number 9. I mean, you can't have closer seeds. They are adjacent. That is how numbers work. There are no half seeds in this. So we want to see close games. And that last game certainly was one. Okay, Moja playing up high again. LJ dependency, turns it into an L dependency, fills it with the line. Oh, smart burning there from Moja to make sure that they're not going to get in trouble. You don't want to go out like that after such a intense game as the last one. And finally the line comes, Tetris for Moja. And yeah, you're still seeing that difference between Dillan and Moja. Like, Dillan, very sloping stack. Moja, very flat stack. And far more aggressive. And it does mean that you can get into trouble. But Moja getting out of trouble. Probably. Okay, gonna be burning for a little bit. Not the best pieces. Yeah, smart not to stick the line vertical over on the right. Don't want to build up too high on the right, especially not at this height. There we go. Moja finally clean, finally gets the Tetris, but that has let Dillan get quite far ahead. 210,000 for Dillan, 119,000 for Moja, and Moja is ahead 8 lines. So that's some catching up to do. But yeah, what a survival. Like, that could have spelled the end, but it did not. Moja managed to survive, and anything can happen. But what is happening right now is that Dillan is ahead by over 100,000 points, like 120,000 points or so. Not quite 120. And Moja is playing catch up. But Moja is stacking high. Oh, nice adjustment there from Dillan. Oh, and the OJ adjustment. You'd love to see it. Cryptoron in chat of the dad jokes. No, Moja is playing Tetris. Moja is not playing catch up, he's playing Tetris. That is correct. Ooh, nice L-tuck setup there, and adjustment for the J from Dillan. Like, definitely Dillan's side, you're seeing some smart adjustments, some smart tucks, and you're seeing regulation stacks. Like, always sloping to the left, high lefts, low rights, double wells. It's what, is what you need to see for survival. And on Moja's side, you're kind of seeing, not quite the polar opposite, but something definitely quite different. And yet, these players are so close to each other. And you saw the last game, it worked out for Moja. So both these styles can work. And it's great to see them next to each other. Such different styles and yet so challenging to each other. Though, as if to answer what I'm just saying though, Moja now stacking, getting a really nice high left. That's what you want to see. Definitely going to survive for at least those number of pieces. Ooh, nice adjustment there from Moja that time with the L. Kind of saw the piece coming in next and adjusted so that the next piece down would give him better parity, and rewarded with 2 Tetrises. Tetrises into the 19 transition 521, but Dillan already has 606. I mean, that's quite a lot of catch up actually. Like, when you consider that, like, Dillan was ahead by 120,000 points. Moja has managed to narrow the gap just a little bit, although 653 transition for Dillan. That is a heck of a transition score. And another Tetris. Dillan is not slowing down. Ooh, nice little adjustment there from Dillan to make the safer move when that line came. Seeing lots of nice little kind of pole vaults on Dillan's side as well. That's really nice. Kind of the kind of accuracy that you need to make those kind of moves while you're tapping as well. Like, it's astonishing to me. To me as a lowly dasser. Okay, both players now just stacking up. Oh, S-spin there for Moja, followed up by a Tetris. Okay, Dillan's bored now though. Gonna have to burn a few out, and that again gives Moja the chance. And look at the amount that Moja has caught up, although is a good few lines ahead, but Dillan having to burn a few does mean, if a line bar comes, that is, I mean, look at this drought. That's got to be frustrating for Moja there. Playing perfectly, perfect chance for catch up, and certainly has caught up a bit, but not as much as perhaps he was hoping for, given that, you know, he had a perfect stack there for a long time when Dillan was kind of burning a little bit. But yeah, has basically caught up. I mean, not quite. 8 lines behind, I suppose. So technically 2 Tetrises behind, but it really depends what Dillan does with these next few pieces. And Moja is just playing so efficient post 19. It's really excellent play. I dare say that Moja's play at level 19 is quite superior to his play on level 18. It's like, there we go, max out for Moja, A12, max out for Dillan, A34, another Tetris. Are we going to see another game decided on the kill screen? Oh, these pieces are tough. But nice burning there. Oh no, that misdrop for Moja. And Dillan has the B, has the 1.1 already. I don't see how Moja is going to resolve this. Yeah, in time to really kind of... Well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what his kill screen game is like. Oh, didn't get that L over. That is going to be it. And Dillan with the B83 and still going is going to take that game. It's going to take the win. So GG's. Really excellent last couple of games. Like, Moja's got to be kicking himself for those kind of early top outs at the start, but it definitely showed us what he's capable of. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, good luck and have fun to both players. So this must be tough for Stick. For anyone that comes in, I guess, last seed. And on, I dare say, on challengers, there is a slightly wider spread of ability than there is on, say, Masters. Oh, interesting. Am I having... I mean... Getting some interesting slideshow stuff happening on both seeds. Is this my computer? Although it's showing green and 0.8% CPU usage, so... I don't know what is happening there. OBS having issues. Oh no, and Stickang appears to have hung a square though. Okay, well, it looks like it's resolved itself, so there you go. But Stickang has topped out. Early top out at 23,000 points. Not sure what was going on with the slow motion there, but looks like it's sorted itself out. But yeah, Xeno takes game 1. A very quick game 1. Players being extremely respectful of everyone's time. Thank you. In case you wanted to, if you're on... Actually, no, this isn't going to get on YouTube, so this part of it. The game is already over. I'm going to say the seed is D4, D4, 9A, D9. Just in case that we get that far. Yeah, too many cubes. Alright, so if you increment now the first 2 digits, so it should be E5 now. E5, 9A, D9. Oh, Xeno with some tasty looking food on his side. On their side, sorry. I'm going to quickly check if there's, like, what is going on with that slow motion. I don't know why that's happening now, but let me see if there's any anything I can do about that. if players are ready, but I'm just gonna real quick. Okay, well, I mean, Xeno's only streaming at 432p apparently, so I think that's okay. I mean, I shouldn't have bandwidth issues, so I have a gigabit connection, but, you know, just going to make sure. Don't want technical issues to kind of affect this game at all. Yeah, both players, you know, not streaming at insane settings or anything, so maybe something my side, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, hopefully that's fine. Both players are ready. We're going to count it down. Let's stop delaying. 3, 2, 1... Tetris. See, what I was really doing there was giving Xeno a little bit of chance to eat their food. Like, I was actually doing them a favor. Had nothing to do with me being concerned about my connection. I should have refreshed the streams while I had a chance. You know, while we're in the early seconds, I might just real quick do that because they're clearly a little bit behind. Let's refresh that. Let's refresh that. Okay. There we go, much better. Right. Center well, or off center well for Xeno, starting off. And Xeno going to stick with it. Probably looking for an... Oh, no, just gonna take that double. Sensible. And another double. Harms the pace, but these players are getting the same pieces, so if that was a tricky sequence, you'll see the side effects of it on... Or not the side effects, the consequences of it on both sides. Oh, what is going on? Right, let me close a few things. I mean, well, no, I can't really close that. Okay, we're looking good. 173,000 on Xeno's side. Tetris for Stickang, 174,000 there too. Players, I mean, I guess Xeno technically a Tetris ahead, but basically neck and neck. Oh, interesting, a little bit of indecision there from Stick, but makes the correct one in the end. Yeah, Tetris for Xeno. Xeno now at 290,000 points. Stick at 266. If you're watching this on YouTube, the seed, if you want to play along with Tetris Gym, you can. I'm sure you can just like search for that on your search engine of choice. You know, obviously DuckDuckGo, of course. And you can put in the seed E59AD9, and you can play along. Oh, we got a... Oh, what is happening with OBS? This is not the time. Okay, well, it seems to have resolved itself. I'm sure it'll be fixed in post. Okay, Xeno's stack Oh, looking really tough. Manages to uncover it just in time to get that Tetris, and that gives them some wiggle room, some breathing space to just sort out what has happened there. Because yeah, that could have gone pretty wrong, and it still could. It still could. Not that I want to jinx them, of course, but some good pieces there to kind of make some headway into that mess. And this is going to let Stick and get ahead, presuming that they don't also run into the same troubles. 435,000 for Stickang, 399 for Xeno. Okay, Xeno now has a Tetris well, actually. A dirty Tetris on row 3 for Xeno. And still managing to burn it down, so excellent efficiency there from Xeno. And basically with a clean stack right now. And there's that last burn to restore that well over to the right. Oh, I'm not sure about those last two placements, but what do I know? We got, for some reason, the stream... What is happening? Okay, we've got transition on Stick side for 559. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that weird kind of slowdown that seems to sort of be happening every now and again. Like, I have basically zero CPU usage, no network issues, it's green, no idea what's going on. And now it looks like the streams are fast forwarding. I think maybe some kind of OBS issue. Okay, well, let's close that and that. Maybe too many web views open at the same time as saying. Xeno in trouble, but looking like they might get out of it. The line comes just in time, and they managed to get that line over after that kind of J misdrop. This is tough, but look at that dirty Tetris for Xeno. And Stack now actually looking not so bad, and they're going to build on top of it. So aggressive. And gets another dirty Tetris and reopens the right side well. Some really clutch play there from Xeno. And yeah, just managing to keep that efficiency. Actually, players, I think the Xeno might actually be ahead in pace, because they're behind in lines. So 762 on Xeno's side, 749 on Stick's side. Another Tetris for Stick. Oh, interesting spin there for Stick. I guess just trying to minimize the amount of mess. And there we go, nice burn to get out of it. And that line gets some Tetris ready. Oh, misses that spin, I think, that they were possibly going for there. And, oh, board kind of falling apart for Stick, 791. And they're going to top out at 791. And Xeno's going to take game number 2. Then I'll refresh the streams after this because I think we're quite far behind. So I've closed my non-game browser sources in OBS. I was using it for chat, but obviously there's some kind of issue with the OBS browser source, so hopefully now it should all be good. Although Xeno's helping out here, so thanks for that. Okay, let's have a look at that. Okay, well that's things are looking good for now. I'm not going to restart OBS, but that'll be for the next game. Hopefully things are fine now that I've gotten rid of those other browser sources. Okay, so the seed now is F6, I believe, that we want to start off with. So F6, 9A, D9. And players are ready. So let's do it. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So Xeno now looking for the sweep. They both players topped out at the same point of the seed in the last game. So hopefully we'll have a slightly nicer seed this time. And if you're following along on YouTube, the seed is now F6 9A D9. So you can get your hack your Tetris ROM to get yourself a Tetris gym, and you can play along and see how long you'd last. It never kind of ceases to amaze me, I guess, just like how good people that are regularly in these competitions are at this game. Like, you don't understand how difficult it is to play this consistently. That's the real kind of talent, is to have that consistency where you can consistently score those high games without topping out super early ever, you know? Like, it's a lot tougher than you'd think. It's like if you're just playing for scores all the time, you take for granted that, like, there's so many games where you're just like, just, you know, scratch that one. I'll start again. You know, that's a bad seed. Oh, I made a little mistake right at the start. Just scratch that, restart. Can't do that in competition. But none of these players need to. Except for maybe poor Moja, who had a couple of misfires at the start, but then followed by 2 incredibly hype games. So, well, you know, maybe an off day for him. But definitely not an off day for Xeno right now. Really hanging on for particular pieces is Xeno, but not going to get them. That's only going to be a triple, unfortunately. That is going to cut into their efficiency. 250,000 for Xeno through 64 lines. 307,000 for Stick Ang through the same number of lines. Although Xeno, quick kind of flurry of Tetrises just there. Managed to reopen their well and shove a few lines down it. On the Vits for Xeno. Delayed Vits. Okay, Xeno's board looking totally fine, totally fine. A little bit low on the left, but they are filling it out. And there we go. No trouble whatsoever. So Xeno really avoiding like the single line burns there. Eventually has to take it because there's just nowhere else for that Z. And then yeah, it takes a double. But yeah, really trying to maximize efficiency, but Stick Ang with incredible pace actually. 450,000 points for Stick Ang through 97 lines. Just need a few line bars to come to really kind of get that high transition score, and there's a couple of them. 499 now for Stick, 108 lines. That is a heck of a pace. Like 522 would be a perfectly reasonable transition score as it is, but look at this. 118 lines, 546. Okay, finally having to slow down a little bit as these pieces are not great. Looking for an L to fill that in. Fills it in with the S instead, and that will do. But now kind of covers over the top. Got a few holes building, so I think this might be the story until transition. But Xeno kind of in a tough situation, but manages to uncover it just as they transition. 466,000 points. Looking for a line. It's like that point in the seed was a bit of a drought, so 578 transition for Stick, and oh, kind of hangs that J and gets into a little bit of trouble. Not what you want just as you transition. Gets that line all the way left. That was definitely a kind of a vital move. And yeah, now textbook down stacking now from Stick. Looking for a J there to burn off that hole. Gets it. And yeah, it looks like kind of Stick is going to be stuck, struggling with this burn for a while. Just, oh no, and then hangs a line on the left, and I think that might be it. 594 for Stick and the top out. And Xeno's going to take it with 610. So Xeno takes game 2. Oh no, game 3. Wait, is that right? That is right, isn't it? 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So we got, once again, rolling versus tapping. Oh, and Xeno setting up the Vits again. And it pays off. There's the Tetris. Something I really like, actually, watching Xeno's games. Despite rolling, you don't see that kind of trademark occasional, like, well, you know, I'm really jinxing it here, but like a lot of the time when you see rollers, especially, you know, rollers that aren't Fractal and Eric, essentially, you know, you get the occasional misdrop, and like a kind of, you know, and it'll be like not just like a minor misdrop in a situation where, you know, you're liable to misdrop, but just like an out and out misdrop because, you know, an input didn't trigger right or whatever. I think Xeno is remarkably consistent with their rolling. And that does make it very satisfying to watch. And Sodium Overdose saying it's because Xeno was a former DAS player, of course. And yes, I agree. Let's give the credit to DAS somehow. Okay, Xeno. Tetris ready with that column 3 well. And a heck of a spire, but gets the Tetris. And it's going to set up again. Slightly less of a spire, and oh, just as a line comes, of course it has to work out like that. Sensibly not kind of setting up what could have been another line dependency on top. It's now clean again, and there's the Tetris, column 3 again. 242,000 for Xeno, 225,000 for Dillan, whose stack is also not looking as healthy as it could be. And looks like Dillan is going to set up a left well, maybe, but no. Takes a triple, takes a single, and another single, and as reopens their right side well. One off the bottom. A dirty well, as they would call it. Definitely don't want to drink the water from that. Okay, Xeno has kind of transitioned over to a left well, but has got a... There we go, that double burns off, and that takes the cap off the well. The right side well. I think you can drink from this well. It's okay to drink from a left side well. Maybe it's like drinking kind of hard water, you know? It's you've got to get used to it, but good for you in the end. So players neck and neck actually. 331, 332. Kind of Dillan Tetrises to kind of to re-establish a little bit of a gap, but not really a lead. Certainly both players playing at the same pace right now. Frodo Dodo, a big fan of soft water in chat. I mean, I would love it if I had lived in a soft water area. It sucks living in a hard water area because it destroys everything. Like, we've been having baths here for like months now because I just can't be bothered to fix the shower again after hard water has meant that the pressure valve is blown again. And it's a one-use valve. It's a really terrible design. We just need to get a new shower. But you know, that's what living in a hard water area will do. That's the reality. Tough times. Okay, so Dillan just still hasn't really managed to get clean, and Xeno is clean though. Sticking. Oh, there we go. It's gonna with that. If those two doubles, was it a triple and a double? I can't quite remember now, but it's transitioned back over to a right side well. Oh, almost. There we go. Xeno is clean, and it's quite near to transition, so it's a good time to do it. Dillan probably hoping for it. Gonna get one last Tetris, but 2 lines away from transition. You don't want to push it. Transition's at 5:11. Got a T-spin set up. Gonna have to just be satisfied with those other pieces. Xeno transitions at 4:91, so a little bit behind in pace, but with the nicer looking stack. Okay, Dillan's stack finally getting a lot more... Oh no, why do I have to jinx these things? Was looking good for a while. But that misdrop is gonna... Oh, and then those pieces. Tough times now for Dillan. Burning his way out though. Oh, perfect pieces for it, or almost perfect pieces. But yeah, this is where Xeno is now going to increase, or going to take the lead and then increase it. 613 for Xeno, 566 for Dillan, who is now clean. Kind of just looked away for a second, completely missed how they managed to resolve that so quickly, but there you go. Oh, a nice T-spin set up there for Dillan and nails it. Because of course. So 707 for Xeno, 688 for Dillan. Okay, Xeno really looking for a line, playing high up. Finally it comes. Got an LJ dependency on the left. Another line comes, gets another Tetris. Puts that other line all the way to the left, building out the left. Textbook play. 778 for Xeno and Tetris ready. 752 for Dillan. So really at 755, neck and neck both players. Despite, you know, troubles on both sides, I guess that will happen with same piece sets. Okay, 847 and 826. Trading leads, trading Tetrises. Lots of trading happening. Hopefully no insider trading. Okay, 8-7. So Xeno has the lead now, 9-16, and is kind of using that roll. Oh, but that kind of so close to the next transition. Got to be real careful now. Get some great pieces for it though. Now into kill screen, gets a Tetris. 997 for Xeno, 980 for Dillan, and we are playing Tetris. Although Dillan's board falling apart a little bit. Can they get anything to the left? They cannot. And Xeno has maxed out and is carrying on. Xeno is going to take game number 1. Xeno just showing off now. Look at that. And that is going to be an A30 for Xeno. GG's both players. Both players fought hard, but in the end, Rolling took it. But let's not just give credit to Rolling. That was just, you know, skillful play. It was a close game, skillfully fought by both players, and Xeno was the victor. So for the next game, don't forget to increment your seeds to 21. So it'd be 2167 E1. And I can see that on Dillan's side that they have done so. I can't quite see it on Xeno's side, but I'm going to presume that they have. And yeah, let's count it down. Oh no, wait, give it a second. Xeno taking a quick coffee break. Okay, both players are ready. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, it's satisfying when they make all the same moves, isn't it? When's it going to diverge? Ah, there we go, it's diverged. Interesting to see the diversion. Xeno's board a lot flatter, Dillan's board a lot more sloping, and that was the same with Dillan versus Moja at the start. Dillan far more consistently building with sloped stacks. Moja playing a lot flatter, a lot more aggressively. So people in comments saying, is there talking about a tap-only tournament. I know there's only demand for it. I guess that's it. I mean, you could say, like, why do it? You know, because we've got a DAS one, but, like, people like watching DAS. I mean, do people super enjoy watching tapping only versus, say, tapping and rolling? Like, is there something about tapping that makes it interesting versus watching, like, more interested in watching a roller play, for example? I mean, maybe. I'm just salty because I play DAS, so, you know. Okay, Xeno's board could be better, I'll say. But they definitely have the skills to get out of this situation. And, I mean, that looks like a Tetris well, but it ain't. It's a triple well. Oh, missing the flip on that Z. Things are looking so dicey, and I think that is going to be it for Xeno. An early top out. So gifting a game to Dillan. And what was once a best of 5 is now a best of 3. Don't we all love hearing that? Yeah, some weird pieces there, although Dillan was dealing with him like a champ, so let's see how this carries on. So, next seed will be 3-2, I think, at the start. And both players are ready. So, yeah, let's count it down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's a really nice looking cushion on Dillan's side. Like, I'm just wondering if that's like store-bought or if that's like a custom-made thing. Just a very kind of understated, nice tartan pattern. Is that like Burberry? I don't know. Any fashionistas in chat? Okay, Xeno puts the line in the line hole. See, not Zen Pro with the real questions there. Can you buy Dillan's Tetris pillow on CTM's Amazon store? And we need to get on that. Like, if you can't, which I'm presuming you can't, like, we absolutely should get on that. Oh, Xeno missing the S flip. That is a shame. Has a Tetris well built on top, though. And there's the Tetris. Fills that LJ dependency with the L. Gets another Tetris from this dirty well on row number 5. And it's going to stick with it. Kind of looking to maximize efficiency. And I guess... Oh, no. There we go. Burns it away. Now back to good regulation right side well. Dillan, meanwhile, also has a dirty well. Only one row of junk. But, you know, that's one less row to play with. Also, yeah, cool Ice Age. Also asking for the Corian Sonic Towel. And yeah, once again, maybe we're missing a trick here. Need to have both of these things available, I think. I wonder if I actually have that Sonic Towel. Like, my girlfriend's a huge Sonic buff, or was when she was a kid. We've just got like all this weird Sonic stuff in the house. I say weird, I love it. Like, I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. Thanks, Sodium. But for real, I do actually like all that stuff. Like, we've got a room in our... Like, I've got framed Golden Axe pictures up. So, I mean, you know. It's funny, you know, when you're young, you're kind of so concerned about fitting in and, like, you know, you don't want to be looked at. You don't want people to be like, oh, it's a geek or whatever. And then you get older and you realize that, oh, who gives a damn? Like, imagine living your life, like, not just being who you want to be, right? Like, that would suck. So, you know, be who you want to be. Don't worry about anyone else. Like, no one really cares that much anyway. Even the people that make fun of other people, they don't really care. What, if you want to be vain? I don't know. I don't know then. I don't have all the answers. I know. I think there's a difference though. I mean, we're getting deep into it now. There's a difference between vanity and kind of just being proud of yourself and who you are, and you know, that kind of thing, right? Like, I don't know. Okay, Xeno's stack now with some parity issues, but they do manage to uncover that right side well. Could really do with the line. There's the line. 478,000 for Xeno, 405,000 for Dillan. So both players having... well, actually no, these are... Yeah, not amazing paces, but not bad at all. Not bad by any stretch of the imagination. So neither player really having trouble as such, but also neither player able to kind of truly, you know, let's say maximize their pre-transition scores with this particular seed. And Xeno transitions at 535, so very respectable transition score, especially considering how difficult this seed is apparently being for both players. Lovely S-spin there for answer for Dillan. Or was it a Z-spin actually? I'm not sure now. Whichever spin it was. Either S or the other S. Pumpy Heart in chat saying, oh, I want to be someone else. We all know that's not true. Pumpy Heart's the coolest. Okay, Xeno taking some time to kind of write their stack. And yeah, doing a good job of it. Both players. Xeno playing one off the bottom, but does have the advantage of rolling. Probably looking to get there as soon as they can while maximizing the score, I suppose. When I say get there, I mean get to the bottom of the stack to burn that out. But it's going to be a little while. See Chris Dem in chat saying this is their favourite Flex style song. It is a pretty good one, actually. I like this one too. This is Triumph of Innocence from Flexstyle's album Eye of the Storm. So if you want to look that up, there you go. Yeah, again, some buffering on Xeno's side. See, that's not my earlier problems. But we're all good now. Okay, Dillan uncovers as well and gets the Tetris 7-14, but Xeno, despite kind of having perhaps less affordant looking stacks or less clean looking stacks, is a good amount ahead. Although actually I suppose a good number of lines ahead as well, so hard to say exactly how far ahead they are without me having to think about it a little more carefully, which I'm not going to do. But yeah, Xeno at 846, Dillan at 780, but a full level behind, so pretty neck and neck right now. Another Tetris for Xeno, 913 at level 27. Oh man, Dillan just covers well, just at, like just getting the worst pieces just as they could have got a Tetris, you know. But that is what happens sometimes. It do be like that. 857 for Dillan, and Xeno with the true lead now at this point of A20. Pretty close to transition, 5 lines away. So I think at this point, if Dillan wants to take it, it's going to come down to kill screen play. Another Tetris for Dillan. One more left. Oh, Xeno immediately topping out after transition. So there is a chance. 999 for Dillan. Needs A56, but no, with that flurry of pieces and a couple of misdrops, and that is going to be it. Tops out at 999, 420. Gotta love that score. I'm pretty sure they topped out then on purpose, just so that we could have the funny number there. So GG's, Xeno takes game number 3. Okay, Xeno's stack again. Oh, looking a little ropey. Could do with an L. Does get the L. Oh, gets the perfect pieces and gets a dirty Tetris and restores their stack to perfect parity. Gets another Tetris. 459 now for Xeno, and has significantly caught up with Dillan, who is having to do a bit of burning of their own. Oh, interesting. Going for the aggressive setup. I'm not sure that that really works out. Now LJ dependent. Gets the J. Waiting for a line. We're not a huge away from the transition though, so you probably want to start getting your stacks in order. And I think Dillan's just noticed that. It's now 121 lines and burning it down. And yeah, the leads have certainly changed over now. And center well dirty Tetris for Dillan, 519. Xeno now clean and with a heck of a score actually. Like, must have been playing super efficiently since around that 100 line mark. 576 transition for Xeno. Now waiting for an S, or that T will do, but it's now changed it into a Z hole. Okay, now Xeno pretty high up and J dependent. Turns it into an LJ higher up. Now L dependent. And yeah, just building hole after hole. Super high up now. Oh, manages to get that piece all the way over. Managing to stay alive, but I think that is going to be it. 586 and tops out. And Dillan takes game number 4. And we've got a decider. And yeah, that was some pretty shocking RNG going into that transition. And Dillan's slightly safer stacking, kind of more slope stacking perhaps helped him out there. So let's look, we got a decider. There it is. What was once a best of 5 became a best of 3. Became a sudden death. Next game takes it. I can't read, but happy something on Xeno's mug there. Didn't quite see it. It's happy something. Appreciate it though, whatever it says. Okay, so seeds now incremented again should be, oh no, what was that? 5-4 at the start? Is that correct? I think I missed one. But given that Dillan's is starting with a 5, I'm assuming it should be 5-4. So it's 5-4-6-7-E1. Both players are ready. Xeno's finished their coffee. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Xeno hits the S flip. See Chris Stem saying ban the use of caffeine in Tetris matches. I mean, it is a stimulant. Although I tend to think that caffeine, it kind of makes you more manic than it makes you alert. So I don't know that it's necessarily performance enhancing. And I mean, caffeine, you know, it's maybe performance enhancing for some people, but not, you know, not for everyone. People have different responses to it, I guess, and it's not just, you know, an out and out makes you think faster thing, you know. Sometimes you need to relax to do your best work. Okay, some interesting tuck setups there on Dillan's side. Executes on both of them. 191 for Dillan, 195 for Xeno. Okay, Dillan's board now though. A little bit of trouble. Yeah, but no trouble at all. As quickly as it was there, it was gone. Oh, and going semi-aggressive, building on top of row 3 for this Tetris, and hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt him. And looks like it will not. And Sodium Overdose in chat saying these players have the biggest fan bases. Yeah, and deservedly so. Both great players. I'm a bit of a Xeno fan. Xeno also does great Tetris restreams as well. Or did, I don't know. But also just great Tetris streams. Full stop, doesn't need to be a restream. I always like how chill Xeno is. Okay, so Dillan's kind of been burning their way out of trouble for a while now, and the score gap has widened a little bit. So it's 330 on Xeno's side versus 280 on Dillan's side, and we've got some buffering happening on Xeno's side. Let's hope that sorts itself out. Looks like it's coming back, maybe. Next slide, please. There we go. Okay, meanwhile, Dillan is clean, back with their sloping stack, looking good. 374, and there we go. Xeno's back again. Maybe some temporary bandwidth issues there. I don't think that was on my side this time, so there we go. 391 on Xeno's side. So somehow managing, both players managing to kind of, you know, keep that pace up a bit through what is a little bit of a tricky seed. I have no idea what's happening right now in chat. I'm behind on the memes. Oh no, no. Xeno maybe giving something away in chat. I'm going to wait to see it happen. I can't believe it. Okay, 492 transition for Dillan. Oh no, but there it is. It looks like Xeno, yep, topped out at 443. So a bit of an upset. Dillan is going to take it. I mean, I say it's an upset. Dillan, very talented player, so not really an upset, but seed number 8 taking out seed number 1 of the entire tournament. But here we go. Let's give him that heart. GG's both players. Some really excellent games. Maybe that was too much coffee. I mean, we'll never know. But thanks both players for playing some excellent games, but there can only be one winner of the bracket, and that is this lovely tartan cushion here. And maybe Dillan. There's a little bit of a decider still left there. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. Oop, there we go. Okay, so Dillan's saying that the cushion is custom made, so maybe we need to get some of those made. I thought it looked custom, just for the record. That's a very nice cushion. Whoever made it should be proud.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.